What's going on YouTube? It's Team Arsenal back on another video. As you see, we're back on the map today. Technically, as we'll be doing test hands for our Tri-Chimera deck profile we did last week. I was initially going to do this in person, but I couldn't get the cards on time, so we're going to have to do what we can do. Wasn't do Dueling Book, but Dueling Book has been a little laggy, and plus it's probably a little faster if we do this on Nexus. So as you see, we have the deck profile that we had from last week. We go more into detail on it in the last video. That's why I put the little annotation for you guys. But for this one, we're strictly going to be doing test hands and showing you how to navigate so you don't lock yourself with Bear Room or your Berfament. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get right into it. Okay, our first hand here, we have Mirror Sword Knight, Nerval, Fractal, Mirror Fusion, and Tinky. Tinky and Fractal are basically one and the same here. So we'll just simply go Fractal effect. Let's avoid Drill as much as we possibly can and not use the Tinky here. Use Fractal to dump our Kit to graveyard, and then use Kit's effect to dump our Nerval to graveyard. Then Nerval will then search for our Karis. If you're familiar with Tri-Brigade, you are aware of this line. This simply here can always just be normal summon a Tri-Beast, banish 3 from graveyard to go into your Rugal, and then Rugal and the Tri-Beast that you summon to the board go into Appaloosa for 2. Which that's a play, but we can do way more than that right now. So what we're going to do instead is we're going to go Karis effect, pitching this Nerval, special summon himself. Cool. And then from here, they already did most of the work for us by giving us a fusion already and everything. So we can go. Let's banish 4 for our. Actually, no. I was thinking we could just banish 4 for our Shirag and just get another search up going, but I want to try to play the own drill as best as possible. I should probably just banish 2. For our Cross Sheep. Then go normal summon Mirror Sword Knight. Use effect. Get your Gazelle. We use our Gazelle's effect to add our Big Wing Berfament. So now here, if they draw and Lockbird you still have your fusion, so it's not the end of the world here. And you still can link summon and everything, so you'll be fine. So since we already have the fusion in hand, we kind of did us a favor here. We're going to activate Chimera Fusion. We'll go for our simple standard line of going for our Chimera, first Chimera Fusion as always. Get rid of the Berfament and the Gazelle to go into, like I said, our Chimera, the King of Defense will be. That's our first fusion. So we can go Cross Sheep 1. We can go Chimera 2. It's not one from their hand. We can go Gazelle in this case for 3, even though if we're drolled, then that won't be happening. And then Berfament will be our 4. Let's send back out the Mirror Sword Knight. Boom. We'll add our Kodal. And then we can summon back one from the graveyard. In this case, we'll go for our Kit. Simply because we want to get another link summon in. So boom, that's our first one there. Now from here, we can go into our Kit, banishing 2. To summon out our Bear Room. Boom. Now we can use Chimera Fusion, add back to hand. And then we can go for a link summon here. So we'll probably get rid of all of this. For an apple. So Cross Sheep, Kit, Bear Room, and Karis. for our FortiGate app, verbal effect will chain our Chimera Fusion. You have to do this. You have to chain this here, or you will be locked out of using it for the rest of the turn. So go ahead and fuse immediately using our Chimera on board and our Kodo in hand for our Birthment Fusion. We go ahead and add our Rewater for Bear Room. Go back to Tinky. And then use Birthment to go ahead and dump our barrier statue. So then we set this, and we'll change the auto chain here so we change so you guys can see what we're about to do here. So we'll pass turn to our opponent. They gotta get whatever they want. Had a hand, yada yada yada. It's standby phase. We have options here. You either can go for the Mirror Sword Knight effect to then bring out Birthment or Gazelle or something like that to follow up. Or you can simply use our Fusion and Graveyard to bring out the barrier statue from grave and dark lock them. Or you have the Revolt. You're still protected by the Appaloosa at this point. So with there being so much stuff on your board, you probably could just simply go into the barrier statue. No, we don't use no other effects. Barrier statue here. Let's just say our opponent, in this case, is obviously a bot. So in this case, they're probably just going to go in past turn because they can't out the barrier statue or something like that. You can go Mirror Sword Knight, then go for your Birthment. Boom. Then use Birthment's effect to add both your Gazelle and your Chimera Fusion in hand. And you still haven't used your Revolt. You still have the Appaloosa, etc. Like I was telling you guys in the first video, there is a combo indeed where you can go Appaloosa plus Revolt plus the Fusion full combo. This is very technical. You have to actually make sure you do it right. So that's the first hand for you guys. And we're going to test hand number 2. All right, guys, we're here with test hand number 2. Easy. I can easily say this is probably gonna be the worst one of the bunch. Because we have the barrier statue, which is a 1-0. We have the least popular Tri-Brigade of all, because this one does nothing in my hand, and if I had Omirage, it'd be great, but I don't have Omirage in here. Then we have standard Chimera Butter. So, you know how we're gonna go about this. Let's go Kodo since we already have our Mirror Sword Knight. I'm gonna try to do this without requiring a normal summon, but I'm probably gonna have to use my normal summon. Probably gonna have to use the normal summon here. Because what do we require for? I don't think we require a. Yeah, we do require a beast. Yeah, we require a beast of fusion. Yep, we'll have to probably burn that normal summon. So we go ahead and normal summon the Gazelle, that face. Well, I think I have a line here. I think I have an idea here. I have an idea. I've never tested it this way before. We're gonna see how it goes. So there's working here. We're winging it. Okay, so we're gonna add the Chimera Fusion, right? We're gonna fuse using the Gazelle on board and the Birthment to go into our Chimera, and then we can go Chimera 1, and we'll go Gazelle 2. I want to keep the Kodo in Graveyard, so I'm not using the Birthment effect. So we'll just add another Kodo just for follow-up for next turn. Then here, we'll just add our Fusion back. Boom. And we'll use the Chimera on board and the Mirror Sword Knight in hand. I was tempted to use the Barrier Statue, but if I use the Barrier Statue, I have no way to get it out of the graveyard because the Chimera is still going to be on the board unless something goes away. Which is an option, but that doesn't feel good. I don't know if I do it that way. So we'll go for Birthman here. You're going to be Chimera on board and the Mirror Sword Knight in hand. Go for our Birthment. We'll then dump our kit, and kit will then dump our nerve oil. I say it doesn't feel good to have one in hand. And then nerve oil will go ahead and boom, bring out, we'll add our kerosene. Now, why are we doing that? So we can simply go Keras effect, dumping the nerve oil in hand, specialness to the board. Now here we have plenty of options. For starters, we can banish 4 if we wanted to go for our Shirag, and then Shirag and link away the Keras to go into like a Farragut, search for another Tri Beast and play it again. Which I think that might be the line I want to try here. Yeah, because then you can summon out Farragut, can summon out another one. Then you can go into, yeah, I got an idea. I got it, guys. We're cooking. I got it. Watch this. So, we're going to go ahead and banish 1, 2, 3, 4. Please keep your Chimera in the graveyard, guys. Please, for the love of God. Do not banish your Chimera. Boom. Link 4. No, we're not going to banish anything. We're going to go ahead and link these guys into a Farragut. Boom. Drag effect. We're going to add whoever we didn't link with or use for this target effect, which should probably just be we'll get a fractal. Yeah, we'll get a fractal. We go into Farragut effect. Special out the fractal. Boom. Then use the fractal special something. Banishing the Shirag and the Kerosene Graveyard. That's it. Nothing else. Go into our Bear Room. And then we can go ahead and turn. I was looking. I paused and thought about it. I'm like, maybe I could do Bear Room's effect discard too to summon one back out from the banish pile and link something again. But nah, we're not gonna get all convoluted and stuff. We just want to get the revolt. So we're gonna go ahead and get rid of all of these for our Appaloosa. Then we can actually, we'll do both. We'll do both here. Why not? Actually, no, it doesn't matter because I want to keep the Kodo in hand anyway. So this is going to be gone regardless. So we'll just do Bear Room effect. But if you want to chain block, actually, you can go Bear Room 1, Farragut 2. That's tempting. That's tempting. I'm not going to hold you up. That's low-key tempting. That's low-key tempting. Nah, put it back. Put it back. And then add the revolt. Because like this is still one card combo by itself. So that's fine. And then we'll put back the Bears actually we try to do the Bearbone play not Bearbone, the Burfman play next turn. Bears actually for the opponent lives. So ending here, you will still have your Appaloosa 3 negates. You will still have the setup where you can actually snap on your opponent's hand stuff, a monster negate, and a target negate. And then you will still have your revolt that goes to Shirag. So, I mean, hand was the greatest, but it still turned out pretty well. Yeah, still have a follow up. So, yeah, move on to the next hand, I guess. All right, guys, test hand number 3. We have DD Crow, Mirror Sword Knight, Fractal, Gazelle, and Chimera Fusion. Start off with the standard Tri-Brigade stuff. Get the Tri-Brigade line set up. So we'll go Fractal. Fractal will dump our Kit. Kit will then dump our Nervall. Nervall will then search. We can add our Keras to hand. So now here, we already have the fusion. We're not going to use Burfman's effect or Gazelle's effect either. That's the crazy part. I'm trying to see if we can set up our standard board again with the Appaloosa Berry Statue, Appaloosa Berry Statue Revolt in our fusion, obviously. So we're going to do Keras again. We'll dump the DD Crow to special out the Keras. Now here, like I said before, you have options. You can go cross sheep. You could go Farragut, you can go Bear Broom, you can go Regal, you can go Sugar Egg. You have so many options right here. It depends on what you want to set up. In this case, we already know we have the fusion, everything locked in basically. We still have a normal summon we can burn, which would probably be Gazelle to summon out. Well, not summon out to search out a big birthment. But in this case, let's try to go for Farragut. So we'll get rid of the DD Crow. We'll get rid of the Fractal. That'll be enough. Go into our Farragut. Boom. Then we can use Farragut's effect to summon out our Gazelle. So I'm trying to see if I can hold this normal summon for as long as possible. That's basically the goal right here. Tinker around with the deck too. So now we'll go Gazelle's effect. Since we already have the fusion, and we can basically just burn the same fusion twice, we don't necessarily need to go for another one. We can just go for Birthman here. Because the goal is you need to get Birthman into the line of play, but you have to try to prevent using his effect as often as possible if you want to go for your Tri-Brigade line. Because that's what will fusion lock you, just what Bergman will lock you into Tri-Brigades. So, from here, we can then turn the Farragut and the Karis into a cross sheet. Now, like I said, you always have the option to do Farragut effect to actually draw one and put one back. But in this case, we don't necessarily need to do that. We'll be fine here. So now we would go ahead and activate this Chimera Fusion. Apologies if you saw that. Go Chimera. Using away the Gazelle as well as the Big Wing Birthman in hand for our first fusion. Here we can go Chimera 1, or regular, that's a Crush Sheet 1. And then we'll do Chimera 2 and follow that up with our Gazelle. This will just simply add our Codal. We already have one in graveyard anyway. Well, not in graveyard, we haven't used one yet, my apologies. I'm like, wait, we haven't used one. Kit, we'll summon it right here to stay out, keep out of our zones and keep it out of the way. Then we can go ahead and add this fusion back. Boom to hand. We can do a Codal effect. So we can have one in graveyard. And go for another Mirror Sword Knight just to have it in succession. And then from here we can go ahead and standard combo of banishing. Let's banish the Farragut and the Nerval. For our Bear Room. I think we could get crazier. We could like literally pitch 2 from hand to summon out like maybe the Nerval or something and literally get another Link summon off, or maybe a what's it called? The Overlord, Double Dragon Overlord, I think his name is. Yep, Double Dragon Lord. We can go for him as well. But nah, we'll keep it simple. We'll keep it simple. We're gonna go ahead and just go for Apples and Fusion. But it's really tempting though, because now I'm thinking about it, because I'm like, we didn't normal summon anything yet. We still get these in graveyard. Nah. It's tempting, but nah, we ain't gonna do it. So we're gonna simply just go into the Apples and using the Cross Sheep, the Farragut, the Cross Sheep, the Bear Broom, and the Kit for our 3 to get app. Bear Broom's effect, chain. Remember, chain the Chimera Fusion. Because if you don't, if you Tri-Brigade locked, then you can't fuse anymore. To go into our Birthman and Mythical King Beast, a Phantom Beast, excuse me. These names they really get to me sometimes. I'm like, what the hell? Why we got whole essays out here? But it's all good. It's all good. Boom. So we'll go ahead and get our Revolt. Go back the Mirror Sword Knight. It's fine. We already got one engraved anyway. The Birthman effect to dump our Barrier Statue here. Set our Revolt. So we still got the combo of the Appaloosa, Revolt, and our Chimera Fusion plays. So we'll fast turn, snap one out of our opponent's hand. Now here we have options. We can go and use our Revolt here, which we have no reason to use our Revolt here. or we can go for our Chimera and Graveyard. Uses effect, banish, summon out. Let's go for our Barrier Statue here. Boom. So now, let's say it's past turn back to us off of that. Now you have the option to just easily go for kill play. Because now you can easily get rid of the Barrier Statue and this for another Dark. You even summon out the Gazelle, get a fusion going, whatever the case may be. The thing is, even though your opponent is fusion locked, I mean, not fusion locked, even though you're both dark locked, you still have plays here. Like, for example, you still could have went for your Shirag. You still had, if you had a Chimera fusion, you still had to play for Guardian, Chimera. Like, your opponent is more so about this dark than you are. And if they get rid of it, they kind of do you a favor at that point because now they're burning a battle phase to get rid of it. So it's all good because you still have the Revolt, you still have the Appaloosa. So it's all good. It's basically a baseline play of like you have to play around this card, respect this card, or you just straight up lose. Okay. So now let's go into actually no. Yeah, we'll do one more. We'll do one more. Why not? All right, guys. Here's our fourth and final test hand. Not the greatest, but it's still a really good hand. I ain't gonna hold you up. Simple fact that you still get your full fusion play because it all requires one card, and then you have two hand traps to back you. So what we can do is simply go through the standard line of Kotal. Even a bad hand, you still can play. That's the crazy part. At the Mirror Sword Knight, excuse me, and then you can go ahead and Normal Sword Mirror Sword Knight. Use effect. You just go birth from here, just wrap this one up. Birth from it. Use effect. We'll add just the fusion because we already got two Gazelles in hand. We'll activate fusion. Go for our first fusion of Chimera. Standard stuff. So Chimera 1 will go Gazelle 2 and Birthman 3. Birthman will summon back out the Mirror Sword Knight. You can add the Kotal follow up. And then boom. So now here we can activate our Chimera Fusion Graveyard. Add it to hand. And here you have options. You either can just pass on this and you have an Ash, an Imperm, and your standard combo with Kotal and Graveyard for target negation and monster negation through Mirror Sword Knight, which is plenty as enough as it is. Or if you want to be greedy, which in this case will be greedy, we'll infuse again. Going into our new Birthman Fusion. Getting rid of our Chimera and our Mirror Sword Knight on board. Go for our Birthman here. And use his effects. And that's good. Now, here's another option. Here's another line for you guys. You either can go for your Barrier Statue. So you have Ash, Imperm, snap card in hand, and still have your monster negation and target negation. Or you can try to pivot and dump a kit in the graveyard to dump a Nerveball, and then you'll be able to search and get a Tri-Brigade place after this. So since we're playing Tri-Chimera, we'll go for that line first. So we'll go ahead and dump the kits. Use kit's effect to dump Nerveball. Boom. We can go Nerveball's effect to search for our Fractal for next turn. So now, either you didn't go for the Barrier Statue line, or you feel like maybe in this game it wasn't a good play for you. Maybe you're going against I don't know, Dragon Link or something like that, and you're like, you know what? I don't think that's the move. I don't think the Barrier Statue is the move. So instead, you go ahead and dump your kit. Dump Nerveball will search. So now you have way more plays for follow for next turn. Your opponent still has to fight through an Ash, Imperm, snipe out of their hand. They still have to deal with the target negation by Kotal and the monster negation by Mirror Sword Knight. And you have plenty of follow-up. So, take that with a grain of salt. So, guys, that's going to wrap it up for this one. Tell me, guys, what you think about this formatting. Hope it actually still worked out for you guys. Anything else you want to see from the, as far as this deck or anything like that? In the comment section below. It's been Ramp to Russell. Sign out. Peace and have a great day.